Alrighty. I am a little bit late. Wabam. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wabam. There we go. Great start. Great start. First back after Christmas, and we've already messed it up. As I said, we've only got 9 minutes till kick off, so I'm gonna blaze through the pre-match proceedings. I will say I hope you guys had a good festive period if you celebrate that. Christmas was very kind of, boring for me. There wasn't really much that happened. Um, so I can't really speak on it too much. Just, spent some time with the fam, ate some good food, and then went to sleep. But this one is pretty big game today. We've got obviously a game against Aston Villa. Hold up. We have a game against Aston Villa. There we go. That is, a pretty big one in the grand scheme of things in terms of placements and things like that. And yeah, other kind of, we've other results of today have kind of, put the impetus on us to get the 3 points today. I think it's going to be a very, very difficult game. I think Villa are a much better team than a lot of people kind of give them credit for. I think they've got players that are much better than they get given credit for. And yeah, the two lineups we'll go through in a second here, and there's one thing in the Chelsea lineup which is why I'm a little bit nervous for this game. Mostly, I think that we should be able to win this at our home patch if we just don't make any stupid mistakes like we normally do. So let's do this one. Boom. This is the first lineup. We have a weird setup for them because I don't know how this is going to be setting up. They could do this as a 4-3-3. They could do this as a 4-2-3-1. It depends really on where John McGinn plays because he usually just goes wherever. And he can play on the left side, he can play on the right side and cut inside on his left foot, or he can play in the midfield three. I kind of expect this to be kind of a 4-3-3. They don't really have an out-and-out striker. The kind of main forward is Daniel Marlon. Back four is pretty standard. Ex-Chelsea Ian Martson in at left back, of course. Lindelof is the pairing with Konsa, which is a little bit, a little bit less than standard. And I think they must have some kind of injury crisis because a lot of players on this bench I do not recognise. Other ex-Chelsea on here is Jadon Sancho, of course. Onana's on the bench, so not starting, which is a kind of a good thing for us. They have, as I said, that midfield three of Kamara, Tielemans, and McGinn. Buendia is back in the lineup for some reason. And then we've got Morgan Rogers, who, of course, is doing this pose in this, and the Aston Villa social media team know what they're doing with this, because this has been billed, this game, as the very big, it's Rodgers versus Palmer, and I really don't think it's going to work out that way in the actual grand scheme of things. But yeah, everything else is pretty standard for them. For Chelsea, it's a little bit different to what we normally see. It's pretty much the standard, and I'm glad to see Enzo back in the lineup. We've got that solid midfield partnership now of Enzo, Caicedo, and Palmer. However, the backline is slightly different. No Wes Fofana, he's on the bench. I'm assuming this is for fitness reasons, because obviously we've got Bournemouth and City coming up, so I assume that he's kind of being rested for those. As he's going to be kind of on the left-hand side, Benoit Badiashile comes in, and I think that's the only reason he's in and not Achimpong. It's because he's a left footer, which means that we get this partnership with Trevor Chalobah and Badiashile, which is a little bit worrying. We just pray for no individual mistakes today. That's pretty much it, and I think we can comfortably win this. The rest of the team is pretty standard. We have James at right back, which is good to see. We have Palmer in as the 10, Nacho and Neto as the two wingers, and then Joao Pedro up top as Delap does come back from injury onto the bench, as does Esteval. No Dario Asugo, who we did suspect could be back for today, but it obviously was then corrected. He's going to be a little bit longer. But yeah, good to see Steve back on the bench, and hopefully he gets some minutes too. I think we've got a nice kind of, a trio here at the bottom here, Esteval, Gittins and Delap to kind of come off the bench and make an impact if we need them to. And hopefully we don't need them to. Hopefully we just absolutely blaze them and we can win this game pretty comfortably. As for the bingo card, let's get rid of this and move into this. The bingo card, slightly different to what we've been seeing again in the last few games. There's some new things. We obviously got 3 points, got me changing my mind on a decision. We have an ex-Chelsea goal scorer, because as I said, there are two ex-Chelsea players in their lineup, that being Ian Martson and Jadon Sancho. So either of those two score a goal, they get this ticked off. Bieber. Easy for me to say. Caicedo enemy number 1 is on there as always. We have Steve App. We have Big Willy Ball in full flow because Enzo Maresca is touchline banned for this game, I believe. So will be Willy Caballero on the sideline. He's got 100% record for Chelsea. He's never lost a game. So there we go. We have over 3 yellows again. We have Enzo, who I'm going to be guessing as the player of the match today. I feel like he's going to be so important because of how industrious their midfield is, because of how physical their midfield is, and we know that this game is going to be a very physical battle. I think Enzo getting those kind of under pressure passes around the corner is going to be really, really important, so I think he's going to be our player of the match. We have the Pedro connection again, just if either of them assist the other, that gets ticked off. Forgot the timer as normal. We have a set piece goal as normal. We have the comms curse as normal. Bro, I can't speak English today. We have the free space in the centre as always. We have a Cobham grad involvement for a goal. I've put penalty. I've really got I don't know why. I've got a feeling there's going to be a penalty for Chelsea that Cole Palmer scores. And that's why I've kind of put him there. Also, Palmer goal/assist is also on there. We have the camera operator having a mare. We have unlikely goal scorer as normal. We have a clean sheet as normal. We have Big Ben bonkers. This is just if Big Ben has a very, very good game. Rob Sanchez, worldy. Likewise, if he has a worldy save, we have an individual mistake, which we're hoping that we don't have to tick off today. Same could be said for a red card. And then we have smash those gates. This is just for if there's any gate smashing at Stamford Bridge for a good goal. And then of course for correct prediction, I'm going for a 2-1. I don't think we will get out of this game with a clean sheet. I really don't. But hopefully we can. Hopefully we get more goals than them. That's all I care about. Get more goals and then we get 3 points. We move on to the next game. Unfortunately, as I said, results earlier today have not gone in our favour. City won. Arsenal narrowly beat Brighton after an own goal. Liverpool narrowly beat Wolves again. There's so many kind of, I think United won on Boxing Day as well. A lot of the results have not gone our way in terms of us climbing the table, so we need to keep up and get our own 3 points. Let me boot up the game, as they are now going through the lineups. So yeah, the one thing I will say will be in benefit for us for this game, because we are playing both Enzo and Palmer, is that Palmer is going to be shifting more over to the right-hand side to connect with Neto, rather than being on the left-hand side and kind of connecting with Garnacho. Though in this lineup, they have got Caicedo as the player on the left, which is a bit worrying. I'm hoping that that's just a graphical error in terms of Sky, because they're useless. Yeah, come on, let's get a good game here. Hopefully I really hope that because this always happens against Chelsea. I just really hope that Ian Martson has a terrible game, because they always every single ex-Chelsea player always has a really good game against us. I love him. He's great kid, but I wish you the worst. I want you to have a terrible game. I'll try not to forget the timer as well. Let's put a poll. Should we do a poll? Let's do a poll in chat. I'm going to do a bit of a different one. Bit of a different poll today. We should do just like winning, but who's going to be our first goal scorer? You guys can vote in the chat, and hopefully we can, get that right. There's a big huddle in the middle of the pitch right now. Reece James speaking. Someone else was speaking there. It wasn't Reece James, which was interesting. Someone else was doing the team talk. It might have been Trevor. I think it might have been Trevor. Morgan Rogers, of course, in very, very good form. 6 in his last 6, which is fucking crazy, honestly. Let me make sure I don't forget the timer. It will be Aston Villa kicking off from left to right under the lights. They're on a 10 winning streak, I believe, and the next, I believe the crazy stat here is that if they win an 11th game in a row, it's the first time they've done that since 1914, which is crazy. They have kicked off. Will be a long ball from Emi Martinez to start off the game. Aiming for the left-hand side, it's going to be picked up immediately. Wow, the picture is so blurry, I can't see anything. Caicedo will pick up the ball. It'll be cleared by Trevor Chalobah. Ball's going to be headed forward by Cucurella. Matty Cash will knock that back, and it will go over the top for Benoit Badiashile, who should be able to get this back to Sanchez pretty comfortably, who then clears. Can Joao Pedro do what he did last time out and really hold up the ball well and get us going? Good work from Caicedo to get it to James. First chance for Pedro Neto, who's on the right hand side. He's got different boots. So, sorry, it looked like Garnacho. He's got blue boots on. So I was a bit concerned they might have swapped wings, but they haven't. A little bit of a mix up between Neto and James there, and the ball goes out for a throw. Long ball from Ian Martson is picked up by Badiashile and cleared for another throw. Another long throw, cleared by Trevor Chalobah this time. I'd really like to see Palmer getting on the ball quite a lot in this game and trying to dictate things. We didn't really get to see that as much in the Newcastle game. Ball will go back to Sanchez here. He's going to take a touch and then clear under the pressure. Joao Pedro holds the ball up well. Here is Palmer. Good touch from him to get away from Tielemans. Here's Neto. Being doubled and tripled up on. Back to James. Cole Palmer once more. Into Caicedo. First time ball over the top for Cole Palmer. It's a fantastic one. He's going to take a shot and it's all wide of the mark on the volley. Brilliant pass forward from Caicedo. He just drifts into the position and just it's a classic kind of Jorginho Enzo pass from Caicedo there. Just the first time dink over the top and Palmer just picks it out of the sky and takes a slash at it, but inaccurate. Good chance though. Good early start. They are going to try and play it out from the back here, and Chelsea are putting on the high press immediately. Here is Martson. Ball picked up by Neto. Kamara will get it free. Caicedo will lose out, but then it will be recycled by Badiashile. Here's Sanchez. Did the timer actually go on? It did. Lovely. Here's Benoit Badiashile. Interesting to note that at the moment, there isn't very much inverting going on between any of our fullbacks. They're actually kind of staying out wide for now. We'll have to see how that progresses. I wonder if that's just because of how compact Villa are. Ball will go out wide now to Pedro Neto. Now James has kind of gone into the midfield. We're kind of going into that 2-3 setup now. Both James and Cucurella are both inverting at the same time now. Back out wide to Pedro Neto. He's going to blaze past Emi Buendia. And then he gets it past to James. First time cross in, and it's cleared, but only as far as Cucurella. Oh, if he was right-footed, that was a great opportunity for him to shoot. Here's Garnacho, first touch. He gets it to Badiashile. Here's Trevor Chalobah. We're moving the ball quickly here, Chelsea. We need to keep doing that. Brilliant ball out from Trevor to Pedro Neto. First time ball to Palmer, who might be offside, but he's in behind here, and he cuts it back to the edge of the box to where no one was. Kamara will try and get it away now. And now here's a break for Aston Villa. Here's Rodgers. Tackled by Reece James brilliantly, though. Neto's pass will be intercepted, but Cole Palmer will try and get it back. Here is Neto again. Tielemans will get the ball back. A little bit of ping-pong in the middle here. Enzo gets the ball back. It's going to break for Joao Pedro. Great hold-up play from him. He gets it to Cucurella. Now we can break. Alejandro Garnacho on the left-hand side. 1v1 versus Matty Cash. He's going to whip the ball in. It's low and it's aimless. And it should be cleared now by Tielemans. Badiashile does brilliantly there with the ball over the top, but it's going to come back at us with Rodgers. It's a 2v2 at the moment. Oh, another brilliant tackle from Big Ben. Beautiful to stop him from getting the shot off. Enzo will get it out to Palmer. Back and forth game already. Very basketball-y. Palmer's waiting for some support. Not really getting it, and he'll reset back to Reece. It's been a good start from Chelsea so far. He's gone Nacho. 1v1 versus Cash again. He's right on the touchline. He can take him either way if he wants to. He's going to go inside. Here's Enzo. He tries to play the ball back to him, but it's been blocked by Kamara. Good idea, though. Is Reece James once again. Into Joao Pedro. Little flick around the corner. Doesn't work out. But Kamara will have it taken off him by Caicedo. Here's Benoit Badiashile. Back out to Garnacho. Same patterns happening. He's going to swing the ball to the back post. It's a great ball to the back post, and it's just taken off of the head of Pedro Neto by Ian Martson. And now Martson will try and break, but Chalobah comes in with a great challenge, and James will sweep up the loose ball. Good defensive work from Chelsea so far to recover. Villa not really able to get a foothold on the possession at the moment. Here's Caicedo. Trevor Chalobah. Enzo's begging for it on the left-hand side. Here he is. Now Garnacho. He's got support from Cucurella, but he goes back to Enzo. He's going to cycle all the way to the other side of the pitch now. Back to Enzo. Gets it to Reece. Pedro Neto is, I was going to say, he's free in space on the right-hand side, just not being picked out. He has now been. Here's Palmer. Can't get his first touch right, but it will break to Caicedo. Brilliant pass from Caicedo forward for Pedro Neto. He can get on the end of this. He's quick enough. He's going to whip the ball into Palmer, who gets to the byline, cuts it across to the box, and there's no one at the front post to tap it in. Will be a throw to Chelsea. We're going to keep going very quickly. Here's Caicedo once again. Gets it around the corner for Reece James. Brilliant chance for him to cross. Oh, it's a bit too much on it. And Garnacho won't be able to get on the end of that. Very, very uncharacteristically overshot cross for Reece James there. Good to see him in those positions, though. Don't often see it nowadays. Throw in by Matty Cash will go into the midfield where Kamara is. He's tackled brilliantly by Caicedo. And the referee has blown a whistle for nothing. He won the ball cleanly. He won the 100% of the ball. He wins the ball. He wins the bloody ball. That's Caicedo, enemy number one, ticked off immediately. He wins the ball. Every single game without fail. This is the reason why he has such bad fouling stats. It's because referees just don't just completely referee against Caicedo every single game. It's disgusting. Here's Konsa. Lindelof to Emi Martinez. He's going to play it into John McGinn. Up against Caicedo. He falls to the floor under zero pressure, and referee blows a whistle again, of course. Ridiculous. I hate those types of challenges. Bug me so much where the player just stops and then fall to the floor and the referee gives it. It's just disgusting. So stupid. Long ball from Emi Martinez for Daniel Marlin. It'll be headed back to Robert Sanchez brilliantly by Chalobah. Very calmly done. Benoit Badiashile will bring the ball out. Villa very much in a 4-4-2 out of possession here, with Marlin and Rodgers being left up top. They are now putting on the high press as Cucurella gets the ball to Benoit Badiashile. Here's Sanchez. Here's Caicedo, who's dropped deep to pick up the ball. As that kind of third centre-back. And now Benoit Badiashile will bring the ball forward. He gets it out to Caicedo on the left-hand side. Cucurella rather. Garnacho. Back to Benoit. The game has slowed a little bit since the opening 5 minutes, I will say. Here's Enzo, though. Long ball from Trevor Chalobah seeking Pedro Neto will be picked up by Ian Martson, but then the second ball will be won by Palmer. He's thrown to the floor by Emi Buendia, and it will be a Chelsea throw-in, or Chelsea free kick, rather, next to the touchline. Good area for a left-footer to deliver this. Yeah. Didn't need to make that challenge, Buendia. It's Pedro Neto who's actually standing over the free kick here. Reece James is also coming over to provide the right-footed option. The interesting thing for me is that Palmer is currently standing on the edge of the box, so he might be who this goes to. Trevor Chalobah is being marked by Matty Cash, so he's probably the target, honestly. Ball was whipped into the front post, and it's a dreadful delivery from Pedro Neto. Delivery needs to be much better than that. It will be a Chelsea throw, though. We go again. Caicedo. Here's Fernandez. Back to Moises Caicedo. He's going to play a ball over the top for Pedro Neto, who was on his heels, and that's going straight out of the pitch. Be a throw into Villa here. Goes long from Ian Martson. Won by Trevor Chalobah. Here's Caicedo. Long ball from Moises Caicedo, seeking out Pedro Neto once again. Oh, Ian Martson's made a bit of a dog's breakfast of that. Palmer will pick up the ball. Here's Neto. Back to Chalobah. Benoit Badiashile playing in the kind of central role at the moment. Plays the ball over the top for Pedro Neto now. A good pass from the big Frenchman. Right-footed cross from Pedro Neto will deflect off of Ian Martson, and he'll pick it up on the other side, but it will be cleared eventually. Caicedo's tackle is picked up by Camara in the middle, and he's going to whip it to the right-hand side, but unfortunately Cucurella is in the way of the pass. Fortunately for us, I guess. Fernandez will play the ball to the left-hand side where Garnacho is. He's got Cucurella in support with him here. If he wants to make the overlap, he doesn't. He'd take either that kind of option there. Now gets it to Caicedo, or Cucurella rather. Will be cleared. Cucurella then wins the ball back. Good industry. Off of Morgan Rogers, that is. We are just a little... It seems like we are just a little bit fitter than them, which is surprising, because we never really have that luxury, the amount of games we play. But it seems like we're just a little bit, quicker to the ball. Here's John McGinn. A little bit faster on the press than they are. A little bit more switched on. Oh, God. Konsa has almost just gifted that straight to Enzo Fernandez there. Martinez will play it wide to Matty Cash. Good first touch from him, and he'll get the ball forward, but Benoit Badiashile is there. Does very well. And then Rogers has just pushed Cucurella to the floor. That's got to be a yellow. A little bit of frustration boiling over from Rogers there after they've been very much under the cosh for the first 15, I would say. He's keeping the cards in his pocket, the ref, which is concerning. Supposedly you're allowed to just push someone over to the floor with two hands. It's nothing. Gonna be one of those games, I guess. Chelsea do have the free kick, though. Here's Caicedo. Enzo to vidIQ to Cucurella, who's going to get booed, of course, every single game. And then Garnacho has then just been thrown to the floor by Matty Cash, and the referee said nothing. It's going to start pissing me off, this guy. I can tell already. Here's Trevor Chalobah. Ball's going to go back to Robert Sanchez. Long ball from the Spaniard is seeking out Joao Pedro, but it's picked up by Lindelof. Camara tackled by Cucurella once more. Here's Caicedo. Chance for him to get the ball forward here if he wants to. Ball will go out wide to Pedro Neto. Here's James. Caicedo. Benoit vidIQ. Both our centre-backs are on the opposite side of the circle here. The halfway circle now. Ball goes wide to Pedro Neto once more. Can he actually beat his man rather than passing it back? No, he can't. He's starting to frustrate me. I can tell. He just doesn't want to take on his man today. Here's Reece James. Back to Trevor Chalobah. Back to Sanchez. Let's pass on here to Enzo if he can get it to him. And Enzo actually very much gesticulating to Sanchez to not go long anymore because it's not seeming to work. Here's Enzo on the ball. Lovely first time ball around the corner from him to Reece James. And now Chelsea are on a break. Tries to play the ball forward for Joao Pedro. It's been blocked by Ian Martson. And then the ball forward is then blocked. Here's Caicedo. Into Palmer. Good turn from Palmer. Chance for him to get a strike off if he wants to. Gets it to Garnacho instead, who cuts it back to the edge of the box for Enzo Fernandez! Oh, it's a golden chance he's missed. And he started that move off. It's a brilliant, brilliant pick out from Garnacho, by the way. Really smart play for him to not try and take this on himself, but actually cut it back to the edge of the box. Oh, it was so close. It's so close. It's a brilliantly worked move. It would have gone straight into the top corner if it was about half a foot to the left. Chelsea playing well, though. Long ball. Oh, there's a high foot in there from Emi Buendia. The referee's noted it, but he's allowed us to play on. No one's hurt in the incident, which is lucky. vidIQ will go back to Sanchez here. Here's Trevor Chalobah. We need to see more from that from Enzo, that kind of dropping deep and being able to play those first time balls over the top. He's staying a bit high for now. Chalobah will then play the ball out to Pedro Neto. Chance for him to run up the pitch, and he will take it. He's surrounded by 3 players, but he's going to try and drive to the byline, and he does. Gets the ball across. Oh, it's cleared by Matty Cash at the back post. Will be headed forward to Cucurella. Here's Garnacho, Cucurella. And McGinn has done very, very well to see out the ball. A little bit of frustration here as Matty Cash went down holding his head, and the referee didn't stop the game. But he is now holding his neck, so I don't think it was ever actually a head injury anyway. Yeah, he doesn't even get hit by anything. He just falls over. He's just trying to stop the play. There's no foul in there. Get up, man. Chelsea doing a very good job at stifling their forward line so far. Ollie Watkins, of course, not in the starting 11. And Marlon has only had 1 touch so far. And surprise, surprise, Matty Cash is perfectly fine. He's up and he's jogging around. Restart with a goal kick. Taken short to Lindelof, who's going to surge up the pitch here and try and get the ball forward. He's given the ball away to Caicedo, though. Here's Garnacho. Chance for Chelsea to break. He plays it across. It's going to fall to Caicedo, who can strike these, and he does, and it's going to deflect. It's fallen for Cole Palmer. Oh, Garnacho. Oh, it's a bit of, you know, bundles in the middle, not being able to anyone get a clean breakaway. Cucurella will win the ball on the break, but it will be pulled back for a foul on the edge of the box before the break. I think it might have been a tackle from Enzo that the referee is not enjoying. See if we can get a replay on that at some point. Enzo's claiming it's shoulder to shoulder. That's what he's trying to say to the ref there. Let's see. Oh, he does body check him. He does body check him. That he's been a bit. It's not 100% intentional, but you know, ball was well gone before he made the contact. Yeah. Yeah, the ref hasn't been too bad so far. There's been a couple of decisions that have been a little bit annoying, but he's trying to let the game flow as much as he can, which I kind of respect. Eventually, the free kick will be taken by Emi Martinez. Here's Donyell Marlin. Reece James will tackle him. Ball will then be played out by Caicedo. Great work. Palmer gets it to João Pedro. He's clearly fouled by Victor Lindelof, and the referee says nothing. Again, he's letting a little bit too much go now, which is kind of frustrating me. Rodgers will play the ball in for Buendia, but he can't really get anyone on the ball after he gets the ball. James will play it out to Pedro Neto. Here's Palmer. He gets it to Enzo. Badiashile. Cucurella, he's played out from the pressure really, really well. Here's Garnacho, 1v1 versus Matty Cash. Cuts it to across of the box, and there was no one in there. Really. Enzo needs to be a little bit higher there. Buendia will then play the ball over the top, but Trevor Chalobah is going to get there ahead of him. Here's Caicedo. Enzo will get the ball out to Pedro Neto. It's really interesting to see how Villa are setting up, because any time Pedro Neto gets the ball, they're putting about 2 or 3 players on him. But every single time Garnacho's getting on the ball, they're leaving Matty Cash to deal with him 1v1. They must obviously see Neto as the more dangerous player, which I think will be a little bit, you know, a little bit suspect to discredit how good Garnacho has been. Here he is, up 1v1 versus Matty Cash again. Has no support from John McGinn. Ball will go back out to Cucurella. Here's Benoit Badiashile. Caicedo around the corner. Ball will go out to Pedro Neto now. It's met by Matson. Plays the ball into the front post for João Pedro! Oh, it's a fantastic save from Martinez, but João Pedro still got it. Oh, he could have cut that back to Pedro Neto there, and he didn't. Ball's going to fall here for Tielemans. And it will be a goal kick. Oh. Oh, you know what? Enzo, Martinez has no idea that ball is going there, but he makes himself big and blocks it. That would have been a really, really good goal, and it would have been the Pedro. João Pedro just needs to see the oncoming run from Neto for that second chance. Instead, he tried to cut it across the box rather than to the edge of the box. Will be a short goal kick taken by Martinez again. Instead, he goes long. Caicedo picks up the ball. Here's Cucurella. Back to Enzo. Chalobah out wide to Pedro Neto. To Reece James, who's inside. Ball will now go to Enzo, who is dropping deep to dictate the play now, which is what we love to see. Neto is free on the right-hand side if someone can pick him out. Here's Enzo again. Cucurella's made the run forward. He's not picked out. Here's Neto. Tracked all the way by Martin. He'll be forced back to his centre-backs. Here's Chalobah. He's going to launch it forward for Pedro Neto. Martin will get the ball away. Here's Tielemans. He tries to clear the ball. It's going to fall straight to Caicedo. They just can't get the ball out. Caicedo will do a brilliant crossfield diag to Garnacho, who's in the box now. Takes a little bit of a heavy touch, and it's going to fall for Enzo Fernandez to take a swinger on the left foot. Here's Reece James. Gets it to Pedro Neto across the box. Oh, no handball there from Tielemans. That's nothing there. Chelsea just really need to put the final pass together, and we're going to easily get goals here. We just can't seem to do it so far. Here's Caicedo. Enzo. Brilliant pass from Benoit Badiashile to Pedro Neto. Chalobah and Benoit have swapped positions so far. Pass forward from Caicedo is a good one to Palmer. Can he get a shot away? He can't. He holds onto the ball a little bit too long there, Palmer. McGinn will get the ball, but it's going to be picked up by Chalobah, and then the referees drag the ball back for a foul on Buendia. But yeah, I was gonna say Benoit has been very, very good so far. I think it did a world of good for his confidence in that first kind of 5-10 minutes where he had that 1v1 versus Rodgers, and he very comfortably dealt with him. I think that will help settle the nerves a little bit. It'll be Tielemans to take the free kick eventually. His camera. To Lindelof. Back to Martinez. Chelsea not putting on too much of a press here. He's able to pick out a pass to the left-hand side. It's a terrible pass, and Pedro Neto will intercept that. Here's Trevor Chalobah. Under pressure, he's going to burst through the midfield, and he's fouled by Ian Martson, who was high up the pitch. Quick free kick taken by Caicedo. Here's Pedro Neto. Back to Caicedo on the edge of the box. Here's James. Benoit Badiashile on the left side. Gets it out wide to Garnacho. 1v1 versus Matty Cash. Can he make something happen again? Gets it to Enzo. Back to Garnacho. Benoit. Villa very much playing within themselves at this point. They can't really get out of their defensive shape, but they're staying compact. Here's Badiashile once more. Reece James to Pedro Neto. Back to Reece James. We're just trying to move the Aston Villa team around here. Here's Garnacho. Great first touch. Once again, he's up against Cash. He's beaten him very easily. He's been a very poor tackle from Matty Cash. That should be the first yellow of the game. Really, really should be. And it will be. A yellow. It's going to be a yellow for someone. Not sure who for. Oh, it is Matty Cash, who's been booked, which means he's going to be out of the next game, I believe. That's his 5th yellow of the season. It was a very, very poor tackle. Good trickery from Garnacho to deceive his man. And this is it's going to be even worse now because they're leaving him on his own against Garnacho. He's just going to keep getting into those situations. I would be getting it to Garnacho at every opportunity now. Will be a free kick to Chelsea though. Similar position to the one we had on the opposite side. Should be James to take this one though. It's taken to the edge of the box for Palmer. What I expected we could see last time. Oh, he's taken a bad touch, though. Back to Reece James, who's on the left-hand side. He swings it to the back post. vidIQ will try and knock it towards goal, but bit of a you know, a blind shot there. High press from Chelsea will force Martinez to smash the ball long. Benoit vidIQ will win the ball. Here's Enzo to Cucurella. Forward for Joao Pedro, who hasn't really been able to play or get on the ball very much so far. Needs to be dropping a little bit deeper, I would suggest. He's staying quite high, which is unlike him. Will be a throw for Aston Villa. Taken by Matty Cash. It's a very, very long throw. And Rodgers will pick up the ball. Garnacho will steal it off him. Here's Enzo. Garnacho. Great ball from Garnacho to get it out to Trevor Chalobah. Here's Caicedo through the lines. Plays the ball over the top for Garnacho. Brilliant pass. Here's Garnacho again, up against Matty Cash. He swings the ball in for Joao Pedro. It's got to be a pen. It has to be a pen. He's dragged down by Lindelof by the shirt. VAR should look at this. It would have been a guaranteed tap-in if he didn't get pulled down. That's got to be a pen. He has a tap-in. He has an absolute tap-in. I don't think they're going to give it, but they should do. They should give it. He's got an absolute tap-in if he isn't dragged there. Of course, they checked and cleared within 2 seconds. Useless. PGMOL being useless as ever. Long ball from Martinez. One in the air by vidIQ once more. Here's Caicedo, who's going to pick up the ball in the midfield. Gets away from Marlon and will swing the ball out wide to Pedro Neto. Caicedo's been brilliant today. Pedro Neto will beat Emi Buendia and Martin. He gets to the byline. He'll cut back. Swings it to the back post where Enzo is. Oh, it's going to fall for Caicedo on the edge of the box. Gets it to Palmer. He's crowded out by 4 players. Here's Caicedo once again. James to Pedro Neto. Back to James. To Palmer. To James. Quick 1-2 touch passing from Chelsea here. Swung into the front post by Pedro Neto. It will be cleared. And Benoit vidIQ will recover very, very well to get the ball to Sanchez. It's Caicedo once again. The ball's just going to keep coming back at Aston Villa. They're holding on for dear life here. They can't even get like players past the halfway line. Here's vidIQ. Out wide to Garnacho. Can he fool Matty Cash once again? Instead, he brings it back to Cucurella, who swings it to the back post where Neto is. It's going to fall for Reece James. Oh, hits it on the half volley. And it's wide of the mark. It's a really good ball to the back post from Cucurella in the end. We need more of that from our players, man. Just shooting from outside the box. They're not going to give us space inside the box. We might as well just take the space that we got outside of it and just, you know, you never know. It might take a deflection off a player. It might, you know, get deflected into the goal. Just take shots. This has been absolutely dominant performance from Chelsea so far, but nothing to show for it. We've had 74% of the possession. Here's Rodgers. Gets it to Buendia. Tielemans to John McGinn. Closed down very quickly by Cucurella, and he's going to get the ball out to the left-hand side, but Pedro Neto is doing his defensive work brilliantly and gets it to Palmer. Chance for Chelsea to break. Palmer on the right wing position at the moment, where he loves to be. He gets it across the pitch to Cucurella. Here's Garnacho once more. Same situation. Can he beat Cash? He's teasing him. Gets it to Enzo. He's going to swing it into Joao Pedro. Oh, his first touch was not great. It was a good pass forward, but Konsa gets it away. He's going to come back at them. Here's Caicedo. Cucurella gets it around the corner for Garnacho, but a little bit too much on it, and Cash will pick it up. High press from Chelsea once again will force them to clear it. It's going to fall to Caicedo. Great tackle from Reece James to beat Morgan Rogers to the ball. He's been completely like cut out of the game by James today. Here's Pedro Neto cutting inside. Gets it to Palmer. Good turn. Enzo gets it out wide to Garnacho. Caicedo, Cucurella is the overlap, and he does overlap, and he wins a corner. He's screaming for someone to get into the front post there, I believe. It'll be Reece James to take the corner. Pedro Neto is the short option, as is Palmer, who's kind of further away from the box. We need to get a goal and force them to come out a bit more. The ball is not going to go short. It will be a whipper into the box from Reece James. Into the front post, and it's going to fall all the way in! Joao Pedro is the one who's celebrating it. I'm not sure. We're not really sure what's happened there. I think it's actually a direct goal from Reece James. And that's brilliant. And that is a common grab involvement. And a set-piece goal. We have that somewhere as well. Yep. I would say it's an unlikely goal scorer, but he's not at this point. He just scores all the time. Let's see what actually happens here. The ball just goes... Yeah, no one touches it. Literally, no one touches it. It just goes into the crowd. No one touches it. Martinez doesn't get a touch on it. It goes straight over his head from James and goes in. I don't think anyone even gets a touch. It might have come off of Tielemans, maybe? Does it come off anyone? Oh, it comes off... Yeah, it comes off the leg of someone in there. Maybe it's Rogers. It might be Rogers it comes off. No, it's Joao Pedro. It actually comes off the... It comes off the leg of Joao Pedro. It's actually a Joao Pedro goal. And he's claiming it, and James is laughing about it. Joao Pedro goal. 2-2 for him now. A quick restart from Aston Villa, and McGinn is fouled by Enzo. Pedro and James are still arguing about who scored that goal, bless them. Villa do have a chance here to get the ball, up the pitch, as they've got a free kick in our half. They're going to send it very, very long. Chelsea holding a very, very high line here. Ball will go to the back post, where Joao Pedro is, and he clears. His camera. Oh, he's taking a really bad touch, and Pedro Neto will get it to Garnacho. Chance for Chelsea to break here. Gets it to Pedro Neto. Oh, it's terrible first touch from Neto. It was a difficult one, but still. Needs to be doing better there. Ball will be cleared. Won by Caicedo in the air. Here's Benoit Badiashile, and the game should resume in the pattern that it was doing, as we've now retained the ball. Here's Caicedo. Enzo, round the corner to Pedro Neto. Brilliant play. He gets it to Reece James. Can whip the ball in, and he does. And it gets, almost touched in by Palmer, but it's going to break for John McGinn. Can he get past Cucurella? No, he can't. Brilliant work from the Spaniard. And then he's tripped by John McGinn, and it will be a foul. And that should be a yellow. He's done that deliberately. That should be a yellow. That should be a yellow. He's done that deliberately. That's not an accidental clip of the heels. He's done that deliberately. He's not going to get carded for it. He should do. Brilliant work from Spaniard. Was never going to let him get out there. Big Cucurella chant goes out. Here's Robert Sanchez. 5 minutes to go in the half. Enzo Fernandez, who is dropping deep to dictate play now. Caicedo. Enzo, round the corner, Joao Pedro. Gets it through the legs of Emi Buendia to Reece James. Here's Pedro Neto. Joao Pedro has been fouled in the build-up, and he's down at the moment. Ball goes into the box. It'll be cleared by Lindelof. Only as far as Cole Palmer. He takes a strike, and it's central, and keeper can save it. Not been involved much, Palmer. Yeah, I think he is starting to get a bit, wanting to get on the score sheet now. So the way that Aston Villa play, he's never going to really get the chance to do what he does best. Cucurella is going to be absolutely clattered into by Matty Cash, and the referee has allowed it to play on. Oh, Jesus, that could have been nasty. Here's Matson as Aston Villa breaking ahead of him. Caicedo will take the ball off him, but it's going to break to Daniel Marlin. Here's Buendia. Tries a stupid little flick around the corner. It doesn't work. Enzo Fernandez picks the ball up easily. Here's Pedro Neto. Oh, he tries to play the ball first time to Palmer, but they weren't on the same page. A little bit of tiredness coming into Chelsea legs at the moment now, as the half is about to dwindle. Really not sure what Buendia was trying to do there. Is a little bit of spell of possession for Aston Villa now. Lindelof. He's going to go backwards to his goalkeeper. Here's Konza to Camara. Lindelof will go back to Emi Martinez. Unable to play out here, Aston Villa. They're trying, though. Ball through the middle to John McGinn is picked up by Caicedo, and the referee will call that as a foul for absolutely bloody nothing again. John McGinn will get the ball out to Matty Cash. Long ball from him will be picked up by Enzo. He's done well to try and get out. He's been fouled on the edge of the box by John McGinn. That's his second one like that. Come on, ref. I think the challenge might have actually been from Rodgers in the end. Oh no, it was actually Buendia. Yeah, it's a very dominant half from Chelsea, but yeah, it's one of those things where it feels like we need to be getting more goals from these situations. Only being 1-0 up is rather disappointing, but there we go. Long ball from Sanchez to the left channel. Matty Cash has fallen to the floor under absolutely zero touch, and the referee has given it again. This guy is actually pissing me off now. He's just given everything which anytime a Villa player dives to the floor, he gives it. Anytime there's a Chelsea player thrown down in the middle of a break, he plays on. It's actually so just disgusting, man. It's John McGinn to Konsa. Back to Martinez. 2 added minutes of this half to be played. Martinez will launch the ball long. Benoit Badiashile. And there we go. Same thing again. He's literally not even touched Rodgers at all, and the referee's called it. He literally has not even touched him. He's just fallen to the floor. It's a tiny touch into his back. He's got to be stronger than that, man. It's not even a push. So silly. This is supposed to be the Aston Villa side that we were told was really athletic and physical and industrious, and they're literally falling to the floor at every opportunity. So dumb. Watch them score from this free kick as well, by the way. John McGinn is the man who's over the pass, or over the free kick, rather. He's going to whip it into the front post, and it's a terrible, terrible free kick, honestly, and Sanchez will pick it up and get it away. Cucurella. Oh, wow. Cucurella and Garnacho having a bit of a mare there, but the referee's blown the half-time whistle anyway. Chelsea 1-0 up at half-time after a very, very dominant performance. A goal from João Pedro, that is kind of a goal from Reece James in truth, but a goal nonetheless is what separates the two sides. I can end the poll now because most people have well, we've already got our first goal scorer. I'm gonna quickly go to the Be Right Back screen, and then we can continue in the second half. So I'm just gonna quickly sort out my screen stuff, and then we'll be right back. Alrighty. We are back. Boom. Oh, not that one. That one. We're back. I've got myself some Scran, though it's not on the bingo card. The Scran this time around. I've got myself leftover turkey from the old Christmas dinner. Players are now coming out back onto the pitch. Doesn't look like there's any substitutions, though Ollie Watkins was warming up at half time. We are ahead, but of course the job is not done. There's always, you know, with these types of games, there's always the risk of when you don't score more than one goal, them getting back into it, things getting nervy towards the end. There we go. Hopefully we don't do that. No immediate changes for either manager, supposedly. I forgot to pause the timer. We can take that off. There we go. It'll be Chelsea kicking off this second half. Palmer over the kick. There we go. Palmer plays the ball back to Sanchez. He will take a long ball to the right-hand side. João Pedro underneath it, but it will fall to Emi Martinez. Will be interesting to see if there is any difference from Aston Villa and how they play. Immediate change straight away. They've tried to play the ball into Kamara and let him spin in the middle, but Enzo fouled him before he was able to turn. Obviously, with Aston Villa now behind, they can't just sit on their defensive platitudes, really, or, you know, platform, rather. They have to come out now. They are trying to play it out from the back now, instead of go long. It's picked up by Enzo Fernandez. Great work. He gets it out to Garnacho. Can it be an early goal for Chelsea? It's to the back post for João Pedro Neto. Oh, he's claiming for a handball off of Martson. He's adamant about it. He is adamant that there was a handball there. VAR will look at this, of course. It does come off his arm, and it stops him from getting a tap in again. It's another one where if he's not there, Neto gets a tap in. It's been described as natural action, but that's so silly. That's 2 goals now that would be guaranteed tap-ins for our players if there wasn't an infringement. And they've just said, oh no, whatever, play on. Corner taken quickly. His Palmer swings the ball in. It's going to be cleared, but only as far as Caicedo. He'll get it all the way back to Robert Sanchez. No real intense press from Villa so far. Ball will go out to Reece James. Here's Sanchez. Buddy Shield. Back to Sanchez. Chalabar will launch the ball forward, seeking out João Pedro. It's a little bit too heavy for him. Good tackle from Cucurella in the middle. Unfortunately, the ball won't go to a Chelsea shirt. Consa's just... Oh, brother, this referee is pissing me off, man. There was no foul in that at all. And we've got a brilliant break on straight through the middle there, and the referee has given it to Consa for absolutely nothing. He's just flopped to the floor like a salmon. So soft. Every foul they give him is so soft. It's not even... Half of them aren't even fouls. It's ridiculous. It's Consa again. Chelsea trying to put on a high press here. Stop them from playing it out from the back. Palmer will pick the ball up here. under Tielemans. Here's Garnacho. Palmer to Cucurella. Palmer now on the left-hand side at the moment. Here's Reece James. Big come on Chelsea chant goes throughout the Stamford Bridge crowd as vidIQ whips the ball to the right-hand side. Brilliant to Pedro Neto. He's bundled off the ball by Buendia, but the ball has ran out. Aston Villa have the most points from losing positions so far in this season. That's encouraging for them, but ball won off Matty Cash by Cucurella, and he's actually got the ball to Garnacho as well. Brilliant work. Cuts inside. Gets it across to Pedro Neto. Brilliant pass. It's a really good attempt from Pedro Neto to get around the corner, but no one made the run to the front post. Chalobah will clear the clearance. Good pressure from Chelsea again, and now here's Palmer on the right-hand side. Chance for him to get a shot off on goal here. Oh, he's tried to play it forward for João Pedro. He spun him. Oh, but he's trying his trickery in the box. He's nutmegged one, nutmegged another. Here's Reece James. Back to Palmer in the box. He's making them look a little bit foolish out there, Palmer. Caicedo to Benoit vidIQ. Here's Cucurella. Forward to Enzo. The ball is going to be recycled all the way back to our goalkeeper here. Morgan Rogers putting on the pressure on Sanchez, but he's going to easily pass it around him to Trevor Chalobah. Oh, Sanchez has taken a really weird touch there. I don't know why he's done that, but he's you know what? The pass was brilliant, but James couldn't touch it down. And now they're going to have a chance to attack us here with Tielemans. There's Rogers. Takes a strike. It's very, very wide. Apparently it took a deflection. So it's going to be a corner. I would like to see that on the replay, please, because that didn't look like it took a deflection in my opinion. Matty Cash is on the corners. Ball into the back post is easily claimed by Robert Sanchez, and there's a chance for Chelsea to break here if he wants to throw it out, and he does. Cole Palmer, he might have left the box there, Sanchez, in truth. But here is Chelsea breaking up the other side. Palmer, João Pedro, into Cole Palmer. It would be a brilliant goal across the box for Garnacho, and it's a great intervention by John McGinn at the back post to stop him from getting a tap in. Would have been interesting if we scored that to see what happened with Sanchez there, because I think he did actually carry it outside the box. Oh, it's such good play as well between João Pedro, Palmer, and Garnacho, but Garnacho just can't get across quick enough. Game opening up a little bit on the break for Chelsea now. Short corner. Here's Reece James. Gets it to Garnacho on the edge of the box. He's going to... Oh, he thought about taking a strike and then decided against it. Caicedo will get the ball out to Cole Palmer, who's going to smash it on his left foot, trying to cut it across the box, but really ill-advised attempt there, I would say. He's trying to stunt on him, I will say. Big waves are going out throughout the crowd as I think Emi Martinez is struggling to get the ball back from the stands. Long ball from A. Martinez, picked up by Cucurella. Caicedo to Pedro Neto. Or Enzo, rather, who was fouled. Here's Caicedo from the free kick. Out wide to Reece James. Here's Pedro Neto. He's going to take on Martin, beat him. Tries to do a little Ronaldo chop into the box, and he will be crowded out. Martinez has been given a hospital pass by Buendia, and he's had to clear it. It's only going to go back at them here. Caicedo to Reece James. Chalobah now. Forward for Pedro Neto. Goes inside this time. Bundled over, but Caicedo will pick up the ball. Here's Reece James in the wide right position. He's going to swing it into the... And Garnacho's going to cut it back. Oh my goodness. He went for one of those whipping crosses, and it took so much pace that it nearly went in the goal. And Martinez made the save. It was really kind of unorthodox. It almost fell for Garnacho to smash in, but didn't. Here's Cucurella. This is the worst that Aston Villa have looked in about 10 games. They've been awful today. Good pass from Caicedo into Palmer. He can't turn, though. Buendia picks up the ball. Here's Tielemans. Tackled by Reece James once again. Cleared by Badiashile, but it's going to ricochet off of Enzo to McGinn. Here's Buendia. Morgan Rogers. Chance for Aston Villa to, get something going here. Buendia takes a strike, and it's going to deflect up and over for a corner. That's not in the quadrant. There we go. Matty Cash will be taking this corner as well. Tussle at the back post between Reece James and Morgan Rogers, which the referee has decided to stop the game for. Reece James is trying to protect Sanchez from from Rogers, who's trying to stand on the goalkeeper. The referee's got a card in his hand now. He's given a card to Morgan Rogers and James. Well, that's not over 3 yellows yet, but getting near enough to it. One more and we get that. The thing is, he's going to be punished for it, and they're not even going to stop, because he's going to still try and stand on goalkeeper. Corner taken quickly, and Sanchez will claim it, and he's going to get Chelsea on a break here. Gets the ball to Cucurella. He's got to get the pass right here. Oh, he gets it to Garnacho. Garnacho takes a strike. Oh, it was just not the right pass from Cucurella, man. He needed to get his head up and see Pedro Neto or Joao Pedro running through. He didn't see either. If that's Enzo or Palmer in that position, we get a goal there. It will be some substitutions for Aston Villa now, though. Very interesting ones. Ollie Watkins is coming on for Emi Buendia, but also on the sidelines is Amadou Onana and Jadon Sancho, ex-Chelsea, of course. Whilst these go on, I will have more turkey. So it's John McGinn, Emi Buendia, and Daniel Marlin who are coming off. Watkins, Onana, and Jadon Sancho coming on. Short goal kick taken by Aston Villa. Martinez will play it out to Matty Cash. His ball is blocked by Cucurella. It'll be a throw-in for Aston Villa. He's taken about 7 yards there, ref. Long throw. All the way down to Watkins, but vidIQ will shroud him out. Enzo will get it around the corner to Garnacho. Here's Onana. Plays it all the way back, and Cole Palmer will press Lindelof here. Here's Ian Martson to Martinez to Camara. Lindelof. Back to Martson. He's going to try and burst his way through the midfield. Gets it to Camara. His pass is awful. Cucurella picks it up. Here's Garnacho. Back to Cucurella. Back to Garnacho. Can he get the ball right? He gets it to the edge of the box for Enzo. Lovely touch around the corner for Joao Pedro, and he tries to get it to Palmer, but they weren't on the same page. It was a fantastic touch from Enzo to get it through. Now here's a break. Ollie Watkins up against Trevor Chalobah. Needs to cut him down more, and he doesn't. Here's Camara. It's a fantastic save from Robert Sanchez. vidIQ will get it away. And here's a chance for Chelsea to break now. Pedro Neto can't get the touch right. Ugh. Take him off for Steve, man. He's knackered. It's a brilliant save from Sanchez. I'm actually going to take this as a worldie. Dives into where the feet are going. He's been brilliant. Not only just the rest of this season, but in today's game as well. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Claiming every high ball, setting us on breaks. Making the saves. Victor Lindelof is going to burst through the midfield here, being tracked by Joao Pedro. No one's stopping him. Morgan Rogers to Tielemans. Back to Camara. Sancho to Cash. He's going to whip the ball into the back post, and Sanchez once again able to claim the cross. Chelsea letting Aston Villa get a bit more of the ball here now. We need to step it up. He's going to throw it out to vidIQ. Here's Cucurella. vidIQ will play the ball forward into the lines. It's not a great pass, and Onana will intercept it. Here's Rogers. Plays it forward for Watkins, and it's fantastic work from Chalobah, but then it's topped in by Watkins. And this is what happens when you don't take your chances in the first half. It's the first individual mistake as well. First individual mistake any one of our players has made. And we concede from it. I think this might actually be a save from Sanchez that double ricochets, if I'm being honest. I don't think he actually knows much about the goal. What in God's name is happening with our midfield? There's just no one in the midfield. It's a great first touch from Watkins, and yeah, it's Sanchez actually saving the ball, and it bounces off of Watkins and goes in. This is the thing. They've put on their substitutions. They've got the spring behind their step. They've got the energy, and we haven't made our substitutions, as we so often don't do. And now they're just going to overwhelm us, and we're probably going to lose this game. Foul on one of their players, and whilst the replays was playing, so camera operator has a mare. Some instructions being said by Enzo Maresca via radio down to his technical area. Wonder if that is some substitutions or something else. Pedro Neto. Here's Onana. Konza. They're just playing it around us. None of our players are moving. They're static. Here's a ball across the box and Reece James has to clear. Players are acting like bloody trash cans. Tielemans to Camera. Matty Cash. Sancho has to go back. It's Lindelof. Ian Martin. Onana is being shrouded by a few players. He has to go back. That's better. We've actually put on some pressure now. It's Lindelof once more. Martinez. He's going to play it into Camera. Oh, they're risking it with these short passes now. Chelsea are putting on a high press here. Camera blasts the ball away, but he's found a way out. Chalobah has gone way too far up the pitch and has left a gap in the midfield. Here's Rodgers. He gets it to Ian Martin, and it's a fantastic save from Robert Sanchez. I don't think he actually knew much about it, to be fair. It's a fantastic... no, he does. He does. That's a fantastic save. Good work. Will be another Aston Villa corner, though. Big Rob, if he can claim this and get us on a break, that would be great. All the noise coming from the away end now. It's Tielemans who's going to take the corner short. Here's Sancho. Tielemans through the legs. And it will be tackled away by Enzo, and he's asking more from his team, and rightfully so. Be another corner. Where are the substitutions? 66th minute, we haven't made a single substitution. It's actually genuinely pissing me off. We're clearly knackered. Tielemans over this corner too. Signal goes up. Signal goes down. He's going to whip the ball straight into Cole Palmer, who was the short option. Here's Pedro Neto. Can he get around the corner to Cucurella? He can. Can we break? He plays a great ball to Cole Palmer. Cucurella. Joao Pedro's in the middle. Ugh, Palmer's right-footed pass was so weak. So weak. He needed to carry that a bit more. Jadon Sancho will try and bring the ball away here. Surrounded by blue shirts. Reece James has stepped in to win the ball, but it's going to be cleared by Tielemans here. Morgan Rodgers, he's tackled by Chalobah. There's a foul in there by Chalobah. It's going to be a yellow. And that is over 3 yellows. I don't think that's a yellow card, if I'm being honest. It's a mistimed challenge. He stands on his foot, but he's not like he's intentionally done that at all. Bit harsh. Triple substitution from Chelsea, finally. Cucurella is coming off for Malo Gusto. Jamie Gittins is coming on for, I would imagine, Garnacho. And Liam Delap is also warming up, so I imagine he's coming on for Joao Pedro. Yep, he is. Let's hope he can actually get a goal and not just start fights, which I expect him to do. Yeah, Gittins over to the left-hand side. Can he tease Matty Cash enough to get him sent off, maybe? Free kick will be taken by Martin and go backwards. It's Martinez. It's Watkins. vidIQ would step in, but the ball's going to go behind where he's just stepped out from. Caicedo's going to make the step across, and he does win the ball initially, but then Watkins going to get a shot off, and Sanchez will save it. Chance for Chelsea to break if he wants to take it. I think he might just calm things down here. It's great work from Caicedo to stop him from getting a clean shot off, and it's a fantastic save. Sanchez will play the ball straight into Amadou Onana, but Reece James will pick up the ball. Here's Cole Palmer to Enzo. Out wide to Jamie Gittins. First chance for him to take on his man. Good little trickery to get away from Kamara and from Cash. He's whipped the ball to the back post, but it'll just go out for a goal kick. Hit the corner flag. Short goal kick to be taken. Martinez will clear the ball long now. It's Watkins. There's also Estevao is warming up on the sideline. I can see he's being readied for the right-hand side. Onana to Tielemans, who's turned under pressure. Tackled by Caicedo. It's going to be a yellow to someone. Who? To Caicedo. I don't think he even made a foul. And Liam Delap's just got a yellow as well for no reason. Great, this referee is actually a fucking bozo. Genuinely, he's an absolute fucking tit. Whole game, he's been an absolute dickhead. Oh, it's for, you know what, I changed my mind. The card to Delap was actually for something off the ball. Let me do this. And Estevao is coming on. Hopefully he can be the change that we seek. He's coming on for Palmer rather than Neto. I don't think Palmer's been particularly good today, but I still think that's a very wild decision. Good to see Willian back on the pitch, though. Haven't seen him for a while. Will be a free kick to Aston Villa. Rodgers is over it. It's a bit central for a strike on goal, in truth. He's going to take the strike. And it's into the roof of the net. Be a Chelsea goal kick. Got 18 minutes to play. vidIQ. Sanchez through the lines to Caicedo. He can turn. Get it to Reece James. Pedro Neto. James across the pitch to vidIQ. Here's Jamie Gittins running through the lines. Gets it to Enzo, who's been fouled, he claims, but nothing given by the ref. And the long ball on the break has been sent outside the pitch. It's Pedro Neto. His ball is intercepted by Onana. Good tackle from Malo Gusto to get it away from Jadon Sancho. Good pass from Moises Caicedo to get it out to Jamie Gittins. He's 1v1 versus Matty Cash. Can he get the ball under his control? He can. Cuts inside. Here's Enzo into the box. He's fouled. On the edge of the box. This is a really good opportunity for someone like Reece James to put the ball in the back of the net from here. Is the referee going to give a yellow? Of course he bloody isn't. Fouls him on the edge of the box whilst he's running through on goal, and of course the referee says nothing. Yeah. Of course. Could be an Esteval Willian shot as well. It favours the right footer more, though. Neto is holding onto the ball at the moment, but you'd imagine it would be Reece James. And if he does score from here, this will be 30 man in the match for Reece James. The wall has gained about 2 feet since it was first set up. I've just seen them walk forward. The referee is now going to tell them to stand back. It's one of these positions where it's a little bit difficult to get the up and down because it's so close to goal. But you know, Reece can do magical things with the football, so I wouldn't put it past him if he takes a strike on here. Well, interesting to note that Esteval is free at the back post here. No one's marking him. It'll be Reece James into the wall, gets it across to Malagusto. It's going to be cleared. Malagusto again. Enzo gets it across, but only as far as Konza, who can clear. Watkins tries to bring it down. He's been shrouded out by Malagusto. Great work from the Frenchman again. Matty Cash will then clear it. It's been a foul by Enzo onto Matty Cash, supposedly. And the referee's going to stop the game once again for basically nothing. Aston Villa free kick. Here's Kamara. Here's Lindelof being pressed by Liam Delap. Morgan Rogers back to Onana. He's being chased down by Esteval. Gets the ball out to Jadon Sancho, who's playing on the right for the record. I probably should have mentioned. Here's Konsa to Martinez. Here's Matson. Back to Martinez. They're just passing it around the back here. Big come on Chelsea chant going throughout the stadium. And there is a bit of a high press coming from the Chelsea players now. Caicedo wins the ball back. Esteval can't get the touch right. One back by Badiashile high up the pitch. Great work, and he's hurt himself in that, but he gets it out to Pedro Neto. He's just tried to... Oh, the ball's going to break here for Esteval from Reece James's intervention. And he'll win a corner. Kamara's been yellow carded as well for the foul on Badiashile earlier in the move. Pedro Neto's corner was so bad. I don't think I should even bother commenting on it. Really not sure why he's on the corners when we have Willian on the pitch, but there we go. There's Watkins. He's going to get it back to camera. Here's Konsa. Here's Jadon Sancho. puts the ball across the box. There's no one in the box, and Sanchez will claim it pretty comfortably. Here's Robert Sanchez to vidIQ. Back to Sanchez. Just over 10 minutes to play, and we're not looking particularly like we want to get forward. Here's Pedro Neto. There are some more substitutions for Aston Villa warming up. Chalobah will get the ball to vidIQ. Gusto. Back to Chalobah. vidIQ up the pitch to Enzo. He gets it to Gittins, who gets it across, who gets a past Matty Cash, rather. He's into the box now, cuts inside. Brilliant work from Jamie Gittins. He's going to smash it against camera. Enzo Fernandez will win the ball back. He gets it into Jamie Gittins, who's onside. Plays the ball off of Matty Cash for a corner. Good work. Gittins has been very positive since he came on. Good to see. Don't know if the changes of Aston Villa are going to happen now or after the corner, but it's Digne and someone else. I didn't see who it was on the sideline. Reece James over the corner. Signal goes up and everyone's ran into the box. He plays it into the box. It's cleared by Conso. It'll be another corner for Chelsea, the same place. It was actually Onana who cleared it, I believe. Once again, the signal goes up and everyone runs into the box. Ball has been whipped into the front post and it's cleared by Cash this time. It's going to fall back to Reece James. He can deliver again if he wants to. He gets it to Gittins instead. On the edge of the box, here's Caicedo. Out wide right to Pedro Neto. Up against Maatsen. He's going to drive inside and whip the ball into the front post, and it's unorthodox clearance from Lindelof, but he dealt with it. Maatsen will try and bring the ball away, and Enzo will come across and stop the break. And now those changes will come. It's Luke Dean coming on for Kamara, I believe. And Maatsen is the other player coming off as well. Maatsen's coming off for Digne. Camera's coming off for Bogard. Digne's first action of the game is to take the throw in, and he does, but vidIQ will pick up the ball. Gets it to Liam Delap. Good hold-up play. Will come straight back at us. Bogard with a great pass forward to Ollie Watkins, who's up against vidIQ. Tries to cut the ball back, and it's going to deflect off of a Chelsea player out for a corner. Good work from vidIQ not to dive in with a challenge there, but also hold up the player. So apart from that one pass that led to us conceding, vidIQ has been really, really good today. In fact, I'm actually going to give him the bingo things. I think he has been pretty good. Signal goes up. The ball's going to be an outswinger into Ollie Watkins, and it's straight in. It's a brilliant goal. Where was the defending? Why is their striker being completely unmarked in the box? I have no idea. I told you it would happen. I told you it would happen. I said as soon as we didn't score more than one goal in the first half, they will come back and win this game. I said it. Who's marking him? No one. Literally no one. He's just left alone. Literally 0 people are marking him. He's just left alone on the edge of the box and no one marks him. Malagusto, who's ahead of him, doesn't even jump, basically, to even get ahead of the player. Utterly disgusting. Chelsea in winter are just literally the worst team in the world. You come up against any team in winter, they'll beat us. We're so poor. I don't even know what it is. Players bloody hungover after Christmas. Yeah, exactly. You got to feel sorry for Robert Sanchez. He's kept us in this game for as long as he can, but you can't stop those ones. You need his defenders to actually, do their bloody jobs. Sanchez has played a daisy cutter out to Jamie Gittins. Here's Enzo. Good little flick from Gittins, but Delap won't get on the end of it. Here's Martinez. Under pressure from Delap, he will play it out wide right to Matty Cash. Here's Malagusto, who's picked up the ball. Can he atone for his mistake that he just made? Nope, he plays backwards. Caicedo, rather, a great pass forward to Reece James. Here's Pedro Neto. Cuts inside. Ball out to Reece James from Caicedo. He gets it across to Pedro Neto. Chance for him to shoot. Blocked by Onana, I believe. Well, that might have been Bogard, actually, rather. Onana's off the pitch. Here's Jamie Gittins on the other side. Can he create something? Up against Jadon Sancho at the moment. He's going to whip the ball to the back post. High, and it's an entire 5, maybe 6 feet over Pedro Neto's head. You got to say, all the blame goes to these bloody sporting directors that we have for not getting some quality up top. Because it's the same shit that happens every single game. We dominate for a large period of the game. We don't score any bloody goals because our forwards can't score. And then we concede late on. Same shit happens every single game. Trevor Chalobah is going to clear it. Badia Shield gets it further away. It's high, and it's a lovely little touch from Jamie Gittins, but it's not going to go anywhere. Gusto will get it to Estival. Caicedo being manhandled by Bogard, and the referee said fucking nothing. Again, of course he has. Fucking dickhead. And Sancho gets a shot off that Sanchez saves. Being fucking manhandled in the middle by 2 players, and the referee says nothing. Fucking useless cunt, man. If this ain't a wake up call to our sporting directors to get fucking Semenyo over the line in January, I don't know what is, because this has just been tragic. We don't have any forwards that can score. None of our forwards can score. We're just hoping that we score from fucking set pieces or Palmer does something. It's just disgusting. Enzo's been skipped past. It's another corner, won by Sancho. Short corner. Here's Rogers. Plays it in behind for Tielemans. Across the box, and Sanchez will save it. Chance for us to break if he wants to take it. He slipped. Oh my god, bruv. This is a circus. This club is a circus. Robert Sanchez has just carried the ball out of the box after slipping over, and the referee's given an indirect free kick, I believe. What on earth is he doing? And you know, it's the thing which just pisses me off more about this is that I know for a fact Aston Villa are going to win this game against us, and then they're going to go to Arsenal next game, and they're going to play like absolute shit and get beaten. That's the thing that fucking hurts, because I know they're going to be so bad against Arsenal. Well, the one time when they actually need to take points off of someone, they're going to be terrible. Taken by Rodgers. Oh, maybe not. It's Digne. Saved by Sanchez. Jadon Sancho on the left-hand side. Up against Esteval. Who I feel like has been unable to get into the game playing in the central position. I really don't understand why he's been put there. He's not a 10. He's never been a 10. Good tackle from Gittins, and Delap will win the ball back. Malagusto now. Reece James. Can we get the ball forward, lads? Go forward. Caicedo. Gets it to Gusto. Esteval, who is wide right now, where he can actually be effective. Gets the ball to Enzo. Here's Caicedo. Not much time, only 5 added minutes. Here's Reece James. Malagusto's going to whip the ball in, and it's a terrible, terrible cross, and Martinez can catch it easily. Long ball from Martinez is going to be headed back to the goalkeeper. Here's Malagusto. Ball forward from Reece James to Delap. Good hold-up play from the Englishman. Reece James will play the ball over the top for Esteval, who is onside. Out wide right now. He's going to get past Digne easily. Great work from Esteval. Puts it across the box to Delap, but it's cut out. Just too many bodies in the box now. They can just put all the bodies in the box and stop attacking. Reece James will pick up the throw and go straight away. It's a handball from Watkins that is just not... Rodgers, rather. That is just not penalised for no reason. It'll be a throw for Aston Villa. Caicedo wins the ball back, and the referee's given a foul as Tielemans rolls around on the floor like he's been shot by a ballista. And Fernandes is going to get booked for contesting the decision. Of course he fucking is, man. Fuck this ref, man. He's actually a cunt. He's just a giant fucking wanker. Has been the whole game. Shit's been happening to us all fucking season. They get away with it every single time. It's disgusting. The amount of times they have made fouls, well, they've handballed it in the box, they've thrown our players to the box in the penalty area when we're about to get 2 tap-ins. Nothing. Referee gives nothing. They're just fucking useless. All of them. There's not a single referee in this league that actually knows how to referee. They're all fucking useless. It's actually a breath of fresh air watching the UCL and like even watching the Conference League last year. Had better referees than our apparently the English's top division. Enzo's going to smash it long. Chelsea throw in. 30 seconds to go, and I've given up, if I'm being honest. Referees just stop the fucking game for there being a second ball on the pitch after we've kicked the ball off the pitch. Oh my god, this guy's fucking doing my head in. And now he's giving a yellow card to someone as well. Great. Long ball for Liam Delap to run onto. Lindelof will get it back to the goalkeeper. Villa's set-piece coach being yellow carded, apparently. Like it fucking matters, just wasting more time. Yeah, whatever, man.